Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your March 2021 Intuitive Energy Forecast. My name is Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. My website is lisalyle.com, and you can find me on social media, Wisdom of the Heart. Oh, what a time we are living within. So coming into March, we have the Virgo full moon happening on the 27th of February. And this full moon is really giving us an opportunity to release all that no longer serves our earthly mission. And so I encourage you to work with this energy to really reset. Whether it's your physical health, your emotional or spiritual health, really focus on taking care of yourself, your needs, and what it is that you need in order to maintain stability in your life. We are also going to have a new moon in Pisces near the end of Pisces season, just before the equinox on the 20th of March. So without further ado, Gemini, let's get into your messages. I'm working with the Gaia Oracle, the Blue Angel Oracle, Shamanic Medicine. So right now we're just going to get in and see what messages of love and support Mother Gaia has for you, Gemini. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel, give this video a like, and drop a comment down below. Those simple things that you do for the content creators that you enjoy and appreciate on YouTube really go a long way and support our ability to grow and expand with all of you. So thank you for that. Your card flew out here, and I feel like that one wants to come as well. So the card that flew out is peace, and it's number 26. So this really feels to me that this is a message to you from your eternal soul that your natural state is one of peace. And so if you're not feeling peaceful, I'm being guided to ask you, what could you do today to bring more peace into your experience, more peace into your daily life? What it says on the card here is dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. So that indicates to me that you may be in your head a lot. And so when we're in our head, we're normally in like that logical and linear mindset, which really doesn't support our essence, the truth of who we are, which is very intuitive, which is very free-flowing and fluid. What I'm hearing is that if, as you focus on your peace in your heart, peace of mind, it really puts you in a position of power in your life. Because when you're not in this peaceful state, if you're fearful about things outside of yourself, you're really consciously or unconsciously giving your power away to a source outside of yourself, when in truth, source resides within all of us. And it's up to us to reestablish that connection so that we can go forth and do our humanitarian work, so that we can go forth and live a really abundant, joyful, and beautiful life. The next card you got was the Moonlight card, and this really, it's a number 36. So 36 is the 9, so you got 8 and 9 here. 8, your eternal soul. 9, a cycle is completing, wrapping up. And what I'm really feeling like this, with these two cards together, it's like the sun here and the moon here. What is your truth? Are you living your truth? Are you honoring the truth that is within you? And I'm not talking about truth that you might find in a book or something like this. This is innate truth, what you know in your heart of hearts to be true. With this full moon showing up here for you, Gemini, I really do feel that it is important at this time, as we begin to move closer to your season of rebirth, that you work with the moon energies, work with the full moon to release and clear, let go of things, and with the new moon, creating and setting intentions to draw the new toward you, to draw newness into your experience. On the Moonlight card, it speaks of travel, romance, and potential. And I'm really feeling like this is an opportunity for you now throughout the spring of 2021 to really romance your soul. Get in touch with yourself again. Because we've been bombarded for the last year or so with just bombarded with, I'm going to call it what I feel it is, which is propaganda. And this propaganda really induces and brings fear to the surface for many people. And this is why when we go back to peace, we are in charge of our experience. We are in control of our emotions, hopefully. And if we're not, we have opportunities within each breath, within each 24 hours of the day. We have an opportunity to be the change, to make shifts and change our life and for the better. And as we change our life for the better, we support the collective rise or the collective betterment. So let's tune into the energy of Archangel Michael here, Gemini, and get some encouragement from him, right? That supports your ability to honor your truth and your path. And you got a really beautiful card here. You've got the Mastery card, Sananda. And this really speaks about the path of mastery, the path of peace is the path of unconditional love. And we are all born of unconditional love. And yet we come into physical form and everything starts to have conditions on it. If we're good, we're rewarded. Or, if we listen to the adults in our life, we're deemed as good children, and then we are rewarded for that. And then if we don't, all of a sudden, everything becomes conditional, including love. I love you, but these are really important. Language is really important. This is a 3. So what I'm feeling for you, Gemini, is you have this beautiful opportunity to create the life that you came here to live. You have the opportunity right now to create and live your dreams and to do so peacefully and to do so with unconditional love for yourself. And as we unconditionally love ourselves, of course, this is what we're going to radiate and share with others. So this month for you is really about focusing on your heart-centered path, the path that brings you the most peace. Trust the purity of your heart. Trust your intuitive knowings way more than you trust the logic, the mind, the mental body. I'm also feeling for you that a part of what is going to support you this month is grounding. So connecting with nature, connecting with the elemental world, taking some time for prayer and meditation. And really know that time that you take, it's going back to that Moonlight card, it's really about romancing your soul. What does your soul need? What does your physical body need from you? And what are the steps you can take and the things that you can do every day that support you walking more confidently your path of mastery? Let's tune into the ancestors now and see what message of love, hope, and encouragement the ancestors have for you this month. South. Abundance. Now, when I connect with the direction of south, I connect with Archangel Michael in that direction, and I also connect with the inner child, innocence. And so I feel like this is a call for you to come back to that place of innocence. Remember, I was saying here the purity of your heart, innocence, and then we get this. And when we live from the purity of our heart, we really create this environment, this abundant environment for all of us. And abundance is not just about financial resources. This is an abundance of joy, an abundance of peace, an abundance of love in our lives, an abundance of creativity, an abundance of confidence and inner knowing. So again, solar plexus, it feels like there's going to be, as you focus on bringing yourself more into peace, that it really supports your personal power. And so for some of you, there may have to be, some cord cutting and a calling back of your personal power. I'm really drawn to the penguins here because I know penguins mate for life. And so I feel like you've got a lot of support from the other side. You've got a lot of support from the twin soul essence that lives within you, that resides within your heart space. And, it's also feeling to me like this is a marriage taking place within you of the divine masculine and feminine, which supports that innocent, creative, playful child to come out and be who they came to be, to really appreciate what is present in the here and now for them. And there's this feeling of, I'm feeling like this real family type energy here. So perhaps for some of you there is a need to focus on I'm just hearing like focus on the home front, focus on your needs, focus on the needs of, the family that shares the home with you, whether they're your fur babies or whether they're your actual human children, just really focusing on home. And perhaps for some of you, it's just about you focusing on your physical vessel and which is the home of your eternal soul right now, focusing on the physical vessel and merging the polarities, clearing the imbalances and doing that within. So, the solar plexus chakra has come up a lot for you. And the solar plexus chakra is masculine. So are you living very much within that unbalanced masculine energy, which is egocentric, very domineering, wanting to impose your will upon others? Or are you in that place where you're deep in the understanding and knowing that free will, and that your power comes not from aggression or control? Your power comes from unconditional love and being within your heart, living a soul-guided journey, a spirit-guided journey. And I do feel abundance is coming. So for some of you, especially since the solar plexus keeps coming up and now the word abundance, I feel like working with citrine will be greatly beneficial for you, particularly to clear out that sacral chakra. So let's tune in and get some love from your higher self, Gemini. And I just want them to be really clear. So 3 cards. So the first card that I saw come out here is sexuality. And I'm hearing sensuality as well. And what, for some of you, because there's a big shift or a big, an opportunity for a big shift within the solar plexus chakra, some of you are going to have to go deeper, and you're going to have to go down into that sacral chakra, which is our emotional storehouse. So it's where we and the sacral chakra, we're through the development stages of that by the age of 14. So if trauma and a lot of fear existed in our experience from birth to 14, there's going to be a dysfunction, or there's going to be clutter within that chakra, not really emotionally mature. And so for some of you, I do feel, even though this is the sexuality card, I'm feeling like for some of you, there's a need for some deep emotional healing, a release of emotions, and it goes back to that first card, dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. So if we're in our heads a lot, perhaps it's time to get to the root of the matter and the emotional disturbances. How can we become more peaceful through our emotions? Remember, I was saying that the solar plexus is the home of free will, and here we get divine will. So when we are aligned with our higher selves, with Source, God, Creator, when we are aligned, we are spirit driven and not ego driven, right? We're allowing our higher self to run the show, if you will, or to guide us, captain our ship. So this feels to me like confirmation. Are you imposing your will? Are you imposing control or on others or even yourself? And if so, it's time to make that shift and allow the divine to guide. And when it comes to the divine is not regulated by clocks and times and dates and calendars and all this kind of stuff. Divine will is always unfolding. Everything is always playing out exactly as it's meant to, and to support our rise after the fall, if you will. Okay? And then you've got this beautiful card, an angel over me. And I really feel that this is about your higher self. Your higher self is letting you know you are always guided. You are always watched over and protected, and you are loved unconditionally. And now it's time for you to release and settle into the divine flow that moves through you, that flows through you with every breath, with every step. Okay? So this sexuality card, the message on the back of it says, an influx of sexual energy is coming your way. Embracing both masculine and feminine aspects of self creates wholeness. It is safe for you to express your sexuality in whatever way you choose, provided you do it lovingly. So we're not living in times where it's free love, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Not anymore, because that energy actually creates a lot of dysfunction within our physical body, and actually creates a lot of lower vibratory energetic attachments. So this is about self-love. From what I'm feeling, this is all about self-love, and the path of mastery is one of self-love, compassion, and forgiveness. The message on this card says, your life is unfolding in accordance with the divine will of your soul. Trust, let go of fear and apprehension. You are protected and eternally blessed. Have patience, all manifests in perfect timing. And so we often set ourselves up for disappointment when we have dates in our head, or we have expectations of other people and how they should be, or what they should be doing for us, or when things should happen. And so we get, really high with these expectations, and then they don't turn out, and then we get really low and resentful. And that's ultimately what an expectation is. It's a premeditated resentment. So it's really good to release and let go of expectations, to trust in the divine unfolding that's taking place on the planet and in your life. And this card says, protection card. Angel wings surround you. Trust. Replace fear with love. You are eternally held safe within the arms of an angel. And so fear has come up a couple of times in these messages. And so it leads me to believe that many of you are living within your headspace. You're in fear of something outside of yourself, fear of losing control. And when we're in that fear, I would venture to say we have already lost control. And so, and we're easier to be manipulated and controlled from a place of fear. And we have seen that take place globally in the last year. Fear is really the overriding energy. And so it's up to you this month to bring that peaceful feeling back into your life, to settle back into the energy of unconditional love, for yourself, trusting your process, trusting that you are safe, trusting that you do have this whole legion of light surrounding you, guiding you, and encouraging you to move forward on your heart-centered path. And finally, we're just going to tune into the animal kingdom here, and you've got 2 eggs. And 2 eggs. One of them is an egg, but you got 2 cards. And the first one is the Cobra. And what I'm feeling like this, it's like, I'm going to read the guidebook to you. Intuitively, what I'm feeling with this one, first of all, I do feel the need to be grounded again. You know, snakes slither around on the ground. Cobras tend to be, well, at least we've been conditioned to believe they're like a dangerous snake, right? And so I feel like for some of you, it's almost like you're on guard, ready to attack, you know? And that being on guard is actually detrimental to your all-round health and well-being. So it's really time to settle down. Don't be on the attack. The world is not out to get you. This is about being prepared. You know, even though it's a snake, the cobra here, I'm really feeling like this higher perspective, because then you get this black egg. And to me, what I feel when I connect with this, and this is a spirit card, and what I'm really feeling is this is about, it's about going into your own shadow and facing your shadow, facing those aspects of yourself and your experience that you have tried to deny or hide from, facing them, and then turning them into your treasures, your greatest gifts, and bringing forth your, it's like I'm seeing, and snakes, they have their babies through eggs, if I'm, I think that's the truth. But it's almost like, what are your dreams? Are you able to traverse your own shadow, your own emotional body, those things you kept hidden and denied? And are you able to face them, feel them, release them, so that you can heal from them, so that you can go forth and create this new life for yourself that you are completely responsible for? Because no one's going to do that for us. No government, no billionaires, nobody is going to do that for us. We do it for ourselves. And it's time to reclaim that power. I feel like this black egg is a great gift for you. So let's see if I'm, you know, if my intuitive feelings about either of these cards was on the money or according to the guidebook, because I do feel. So the Cobra's message. So this is the book. And again, all the information about the decks I use will be in the description box below. This is speaking about pausing, waiting, and the inner teacher. Perfect. The Cobra represents a teacher or spiritual guardian. The Cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of Cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher, and manifests externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So when in balance, the Cobra energy is a student of life, humble and wise. When out of balance, Cobra energy is a know-it-all and egocentric. So that is total solar plexus energy. So to bring it into balance, take a class, study, and I'm going to add, or meditate. You know, meditate. Prayer is asking for help, and meditation is getting still and quiet enough to hear the voice of spirit, to hear the guidance that we are seeking. Okay, the black egg. speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. The black egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies, not even white lies. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, or perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in. Books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true for myself? And what is true about the world? When the energy of the black egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossip, or repeat stories to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the black egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. And I feel like that black egg is sitting down in that sacral chakra, right? The emotional storehouse. It is available at every moment in every situation. It is the epicenter of truth and the birthplace of our inner voice. And so the black egg is associated with the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. Important to know that the fifth chakra also connects with the sacral chakra, right? So if we're unable to process our emotions, we're hardly going to be able to speak our truth and share truthfully with others. So healing the sacral chakra will support our ability to use our voice, to speak our truth. So the subtle essence of this card resides at the base of the throat. The ancient sages saw this center as the hub that governs our speech and expression. Vishuddha, which is the Sanskrit name for the throat chakra, translates especially pure. Remember, going back to Sananda here and the purity of the heart, the innocence of the heart space. The balance of this center is important for all of us. It is essential for writers, editors, musicians, and teachers. So, my beautiful Gemini friends and family, I trust you have felt supported through these messages. I trust that something in here will support you in more self-love through the month of March. And I look forward to connecting with you in April. Again, if you haven't, please do subscribe, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below. This month I have opened up intuitive healing sessions as well as soul messages and information on how to invest in your own can be found in the description box below. Sadly, this platform is not allowing me to share links to my website. So if you do go check out my website, you can find those services there, but I will leave that information below. So until next time, Gemini, be good to yourself. I see you, I feel you, I love you. Take good care.